don't know what we're buying anymore when we go to the grocery store. Who's growing the food we eat? And can we trust a factory's meat? You don't know, and neither do I. So much is tainted with E. coli, and we don't want to get sick and die. Let's raise our voices high and shout it out. No more salmonella, let's keep it out. It can be done, I tell ya. There's a lot of us who think it's time we raised a fuss. Enough's enough. I like my chicken cooked juicy and sweet, but there's a danger if that's what I eat. So when I cook, I have to turn up the heat, and that's not the way I like to eat meat. We ought to eat our food from a farm and not a corporation doing us harm. And it shouldn't cost a leg or an arm. This song is a fire alarm. Oh, let's shout it out. No more salmonella, let's keep it out. It can be done, I tell ya. There's a lot of us think it's time we raise a fuss. Enough's enough. Do you wonder about the food you eat from the franchise down the street? We all think French fries are a treat, even though we know it's deceit. We ought to eat our food from a farm, not a corporation doing us harm. And it shouldn't cost a leg or an arm. This song is a fire alarm. Let's shout it out. No more salmonella, let's keep it out. It can be done, I tell ya. There's a lot of us who think it's time we raised a fuss. Enough's enough. You know, it's true. 3 corporations control 85% of all the chicken slaughter in the United States. And according to the Centers for Disease Control and the National Institutes of Health, 30% of the chicken sold is tainted with salmonella, and 62% tainted with a bacteria called Campylobacter. And that's why we see today these warning labels on every package of meat that we eat, telling us that you better cook it to at least X amount of degrees or you have a really good chance of being sick. As a matter of fact, according to the Centers for Disease Control, 76 million, that's million, people in America are sickened every year from a foodborne illness. And that shouldn't be surprising, because if that statistic about poultry scares you, consider the fact that 4 corporations control 92.5% of all beef slaughter. So when we see these incredible recalls, which is the next song I wrote and I'm going to sing for you, it shouldn't really surprise us that it's hundreds of millions of pounds, and they're fed to our kids in schools, and they're fed to us, and they make a lot of us sick. And